YouTube, my name's Lance and welcome to Bundy Bear's Shed. Well, the weather, it's getting very humid. Pardon me, got a bit of a cough. Got the grandkids over and runny noses and all that, so I suppose I'll have to have a turn. And but look, the weather's 19 to 29 and it is humid. I've got the fan blowing over the side here. I call it the mother-in-law's breath. Yeah, it doesn't matter which way you turn, there's always that cold wind coming in. So. But anyway, suppose I shouldn't speak ill of the dead. But anyway, the or Hurricane Hilda, as the daughter calls it, Hurricane Hilda, because when you turn it up, it blows your hat off, but it just gets noisy for filming. So I've got Hurricane Hilda over here in the corner, yeah, blowing away, which is actually quite pleasant. So something different anyway. I haven't had it on for since last year now, probably. So that's good. Today we're a little bit overcast. The shed sort of heats up, then the cloud comes over and it starts creaking and groaning again. But it is just muggy as buggery. So I'm expecting showers later. So I thought I'd hop in early and yeah, get a little bit of filming done before rain on the tin roof. So. But anyway, look, it's, by crikey, it's been a busy week. We did our shift, and we're still not completely finished, but look, we're pretty good. And on Monday morning, I usually have Mondays off, but Monday morning I thought I'd better go in there, and lucky I did. One of the phones was on the blink, and it was dropping the whole phone system out, so I had to muck ass around with that a little bit and get that going. But look, all in all, we've got the whole show on the road really well, and and as for sales, I don't know. We had a good week with sales too, so that's nice anyway. Yeah, and but what I did yesterday was I drove my tractor to work, and the John Deere 420 high crop I did up the no, pardon me, the 420 high crop I did up last year. Lovely looking tractor, and I thought, well, we got room in the car park for it there, so just to like just as a way of saying here we are, I've got room to lock it away in behind a roller door overnight. Then I can roll it out into the car park through the day, and because it's a high crop, the car park is probably, oh look, it'll probably be 800, so 2'6". Below the road area, and there's like a garden bed, so it comes along and there's a high garden bed, then it drops down to the car park, and it's a little bit lower because of the natural flow of the land. And so being a high crop tractor, well, it'll sit up there nice and high, and I drove it in there yesterday, and look, I videoed it as I went, but look, I'm going to put it as a separate video on its own, because to some of you sitting up on a John Deere tractor going pop, 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 pop down the road and going past houses and businesses and all that, it'd be like watching grass grow. Not very exciting, but I enjoyed it. It's fully registered, my tractor, so I can drive it wherever I like, as long as I have the flashing light flashing. And so I filmed that with the camera, and in Australia, and I don't know about the rest of the world, but in Australia it's illegal to use a mobile phone while you have a vehicle running along. So if you've got a phone to your ear while you're driving, it's I think it might be $300 fine, and plus we have 12 demerit points, and I think you lose, say, 3 demerit points or something like that. And so I thought, oh well, I'll just take my camera and video it along. So I videoed it. I turned it off every time I got to an intersection, so I had free hands, and the rest of the time I just hung onto it and waved it around. And yeah, it's a bit dodgy, the filming, but anyway, I have a mate that's a copper, and he says, "Oh, the fine's in the mail." So apparently I haven't looked into it, but probably being an electronic device, I'm probably not supposed to do the camera bit either. So I put it out on Facebook, and he says, "Yeah, fine's in the mail, lol." I thought, oh, okay, but he might have thought I'd done it with my phone. But what I'm going to do though is make a little magnetic base, and I find with the tractor though, when you have a a camera sitting on it, the natural vibration of the tractor, it doesn't stabilise very well. So I was wondering about getting a gimbal, you know, the handheld gimbals, and I wonder if I set one of them up on one of the screws in the bonnet sort of thing and set that up, whether that would stabilise it. But yeah, I don't know about such matters, so we'll I'll just see what we do with that. But so yeah, there's a separate video this week of just driving to work, and I'll keep it separate because some people will enjoy it and other people will think, yeah, bloody boring. And last week I also there was a few comments on that I hadn't showed our shop, and yeah, people thought it was interesting that I did a quick run around. So yesterday, when I had a couple of quiet spells and there was no customers around, I got the camera going and I did a bit of a walk around the business just so you can see what's there. We're only little, and there's 5 of us work in Bundy here. We have other warehouses that we draw out of. We've done deals with Bearco and Sparex and all that, so we sell parts right around Australia, and we have 11 warehouses we draw out of. But this is the only one in town, and this is Queensland Tractor Spares. Yeah, the others, we've done deals with the people for drop shipping and all that sort of stuff. So if we sell a part in Perth, we just draw it out of Bearco or Sparex in Perth. It saves an awful lot of freight, and we have deals with Australian Post, so we send parts all around Australia. So we're looking at 2,500 to 3,000 parcels a year at the moment. So, and that's just out of our shop alone. So yeah, it's chugging along. But look, I've taken the time to do a bit of video on the shop and a bit of a walk around just to show you what we have, sort of thing. Yeah, and once again, I'm going to tack it on the end of this stew. And once again, some will find it interesting, and some will think, God, you could bloody, looks like walking into anywhere. What's the big deal? So anyway, but you got to put up with it. You want to watch it this week, you got to put up with it. So be warned. There's no machining this week. I'm hoping to have time this morning to do the Banggood product reviews on the taco at least. I've had a bit of fun making a few formulas up on the board here, and hopefully I can get the lathe going today and do that. I was going to do it last week, but then they don't come with batteries, of course, and I thought, oh well, I'll just grab a battery. Didn't have one, did I? So the whole show fell in a heap, and away we went and done other things. So we finished off a little video on the Fergie TE20 and things like that. So the Fergie TE20 videos are very popular, and yeah, people like to see them. And look, I want to give a shout out to Dave. There's Canadian Redneck is his channel, and he's a mechanic like myself and Brian Block, and his channel is about guns, ammo, all that stuff that us Aussies aren't responsible enough to play with, and fixing tractors. He's a mechanic, and so he covers fixing international clutches and Fergie and just some of the jobs that comes in that come in for him to do over the years. So yeah, his channel's going well. So yeah, show him a bit of love. Canadian Redneck, go and say g'day. And look, there's a couple of Facebook pages I'd like to plug too, if I could, and they've come to light for me with doing up the Fergie, and I'm on a heap of Facebook pages, and whenever I do a YouTube video, I've got half a dozen that I put a link to my videos on, and people come in from there and watch the videos and seem to enjoy them. And I mean, it brings a lot of comment and feedback, and through that I've met some great people. And so that one of them is the Ferguson P3. If you Google Ferguson P3, pardon me, on the Ferguson P3 Facebook page, the tractors didn't come out with a Perkins P3 in them. Some of them come out with a Continental or a petrol motor that was a bit dicky to start. So Perkins realised this, and in conjunction with Ferguson, I believe, they brought out a kit where you could put a Perkins diesel in, and some of the TE20 diesels with the 20C engine, which was made by the Standard Motor Company, they're bastards to start. The early ones didn't have a fuel lift pump to help pressurise the injection pump, and later on they did that. They put a lift pump on, so if you're buying a camshaft for a diesel Fergie, for a diesel TE20 or TEF, well, you just have to be aware that there's two camshafts, one that had the lift pump lobe and one that doesn't. But look, Perkins brought out a kit for it, and so the P3 part is that. It's just that for people that like those or appreciate the P3 Perkins. So it's a good page, interesting stuff. I'm thinking hard about making one, doing one, if I can find a kit or find the dimensions for a plate. In Australia we had a lot of petrol Kero tractors, and the power kerosene was cheap to use, and so a lot of ours are petrol Kero or TVO. So in the early T20s we didn't have a lot of diesels. So over in England I see they're everywhere, but yeah, over here the TEA and TED, which is the TVO, are more common. Pardon me. And another thing, another site that I'm on is Grey Fergies of the Riverina. Now I'll just try and find the site. There we go. Yep, Grey Fergies of the Riverina. Now the Riverina, it's an area sort of southwest of Sydney in Australia, and it's a small cropping and grain area. A lot of farming goes on there. So Grey Fergies of the Riverina is an Australian site, but everyone's welcome to join. There's Grey Fergies in Queensland and there's Grey Fergies in Australia, all Facebook pages. And an interesting forum site for those that like a forum is the Grey Fergie Forum. It's that simple. The Grey Fergie Forum, and they have a Facebook page as well, but all the discussions about people restoring tractors and photos and things like that are actually on the forum. So so they're things that have come to light with my doing up the TE20s at the moment. And yeah, look, great people. You meet people and you talk to them, email them back and forth for a week or two or a month or two, and next thing you're having a yarn on the phone, and yeah, you meet great people. So look, have a look at those if you're interested in doing up Fergies. That's what I've been doing mostly, shifting shop and doing a couple of Fergie videos. I haven't done much machining, but a friend of mine brought a couple of axles in that I've got to put on the mill and bore out to take a later type bush, so there will be a bit of that happening. I did a video on that early in the piece, but it doesn't hurt to do another one, does it? Yeah, may as well. And I'd also like to give a shout out to Mr. Pete. Mr. Pete's a subscriber on my channel, and he's got a thing going at the moment for young people, making a little wobbler steam engine out of stuff you can buy from the hardware shop with nothing else but a drill and a hacksaw, more or less. So I reckon that's a great idea. Now, if the kids can get something going and plug the air hose in and away it goes, well, what a buzz. Yeah, it might crank up a lifetime hobby. But and so anyway, have a look at Mr. Pete. Mr. Pete, he's a legend. He's one of the truly good teachers on the internet for anything to do with machine shop and that sort of thing. And I can set up a 4-jaw chuck with 2 chuck keys in a matter of a minute or so, probably a minute. And oh, pardon me, I got this bloody rubbish going on. But look, with 2 chuck keys, I timed myself and I got one done in 45 seconds one time. So and that was from Mr. Pete. Just get your cross access and dial that into 0. And once you can go this side 0, then 180 0. Well, you know where 0 is, so you just turn it 90 and dial her in. So I think everyone knows. Oh, I suppose you know how to do that. Let us know if you want me to do a video on it. I'll do a video. But I learned that off Mr. Pete, Mr. Pete would be a better teacher than myself with that sort of thing, I'd say. So there you go. See what happens with that. Okay, that's going to be our stew. I'm going to tag on the walk around the shop at the end, just so you can see where we work and a few things like that. It's looking nice, the shop. We still have to, we've got a couple of panels of pegboard to fill in yet, where we're trying to make a few changes now to the layout of all the pegboard, so when we get it next door later on in the, well, early next year sometime, we're all set up. We know where we're going with it all, and we can just take it off these hooks, walk next door and put it on, and keep the order if we can. So not that it all well, it doesn't really very often work that easy, but anyway, we're going to have a go. So that's it for this week. Thanks for dropping by. Please like, subscribe, have a comment. I like to have a yarn. Yeah, just watch an ad for me. That's the way. Hey, I'll be on my second million in no time. Oh, you know, about 50 years, I think. Yeah. So I reckon the second million's easy, you know. So I've been thinking of just jumping to the second one straight up. But anyway, I'll catch you later, eh? Right, so that's our old little shed. Queensland Tractor Spares on the top, and I'll just take you over there. That's empty at the moment. The builders are coming to measure things up today and get that all sorted out. A little bit pokey in here, so we're going to open it up the full width of the building. Still got a bit of junk to move out, but that's alright. We'll get there. It's not a race. I'll take you next door now. So if you hop out of your car and you walk up the car park at Queensland Tractor Spares, you'll see the tractor. You'll see the open sign. Bit of glare there, isn't there? And then you come in the door. Now on the side here we have Bearco PDO shafts. We've been selling them for years. Great stuff. And as you pan around, we've got seats on special for Christmas. We have slasher blades and bushes and bolts. And replacement couplers for John Deere tractors. More topper blades and bolts. They're the washers that I make up at home. We have a little gauge display I haven't finished, and we have to fill this wall yet. But yeah, so when we come down, we'll go back up to the PDOs near the door, and as you come in, we've got a Ferguson display, just a few grills and battery covers and things like that. Then we have steering wheels, tractor seat covers, all the different types of different hose clamps. Then just rubber products, not condoms. These are all just rubber drive couplers for John Deere's gear stick boots, hoses. Down here we have electrical items. Then we have LSA oil. We have a little stack of that so people can grab it easily. That's made in Western Australia. Great stuff. Anyway, we'll complete the circle. Where our electrical goods and our rubber goods are, we have air cleaners, rated D shackles, chain hooks, load binders, exhaust flaps, Sparex and Bearco paint, fuel hose dispenser, foot plate for a Fergie, battery carriers for the TEF 20, Farmall badges, Fordson badges. When we come up the end, we've got the PDO clutch plates for your PDO drive, the PDO clutches to bolt onto your slashers or toppers. We still have to finish these two bays yet, but it's not a race. A wheel for a slasher. These are all our universal joints. Not actually, that's not all of them. The spare ones are up there. We have a Bearco stand with fuel filters. Fuel fittings. And that's where our offices are at the moment. 5 of us fit in there with aircon, so that's not too bad. Baldwin filters, American made filters. They've just been bought out by Parker Hannaford, and we've got a few Wicks ones. This bay here is where the mufflers are going to go when we get them sorted. Drawbar pins, linkage pins, all weld-on ball ends, stabiliser chains, sway chains, fuel caps, radiator caps, thermostats, exhaust elbows, exhaust gaskets, a few batteries, Besco batteries, Morey's oil additives, and that's back out the front door. We have a little light box, one of those to go up there yet. So we'll take you past the stand here. Right, here we are over at the, we've got a little kitchenette. Then we have a heap of drawers here, parts drawers. And in these drawers we have all sorts of stuff. Fan idlers and injection pump gaskets. We have John Deere parts and aftermarket parts. Old tractor lead sets. Vintage tractor spark plugs. This is the tacho cable drawer. Tacho cables and stop cables, we've got a few drawers of those. Then this over here, that's universal joints for the Bearco universal shafts. More. They're Farmall radiator, heat manifolds of Farmall tractors and VRS sets and Ford tractor dash rubbers, wiring harness for a Farmall end. And then we come along to here with one of our shelves with the radiator hoses and a few radiators on top and hose kits. And Farmall brake bands, Farmall A brake bands, more radiator hoses and general parts, a runner filters, more filters, more filters. Then we come round the end here, more filters. Water pumps, some spare water pumps. Little tractor I'm taking home to the grandson for his birthday very soon. Shouldn't be long now. We walk back out towards the front. Then off to our right, we have more oils. LSA. We don't sell Valvoline so much anymore because of the price. But this is our receipt and dispatch area. That's the officer container. That's a sign we put out the front sometimes. This is where we pack parts to send right around Australia. And this is just water pumps. Then this is customer product, so these are parts that we've ordered in for customers that they're yet to come and pick up for the week, or sometimes they're there for longer than a week. That's a spare desk and spare tractor seats, and there you go. You walk back out to the front, and that's our topper blades. And out you go. You go and give that tractor a bit of a pat on the way. Oh, bloody beautiful old tractors. All right.